If you've ever opened your Bible and felt your eyes glazing over by the end of the third verse, well, this video is for you. For the first 3 years or so that I tried reading it, I couldn't finish Leviticus and I didn't even want to go near Revelation. Right, today I'm going to show you how to actually enjoy reading the Bible. And no, you don't have to start with Genesis. Most people think you have to start with Genesis or maybe one of the Gospels, but honestly, that's like trying to understand Irish culture by starting with legal documents from the 1800s. It's not wrong, it's just a brutal place to start. There's no one size fits all when it comes to the Bible. If you want to enjoy it, like anything, it's best to start with a win. Okay, so here's my strategy. Begin with a short book that you can finish in 1 or 2 sittings, because there's power in completion. It builds momentum, confidence, and curiosity. So here's my top 4 books to start with. James, there's lots of practical wisdom that you can apply straight away. It's a very convicting and short book. Ruth is a rich little story with huge meaning. Jonah is a short, surprising, and honestly, a bit weird in the best way. Philippians is an encouraging and personal and uplifting. Each of these takes about 15 minutes to read. So you're not behind if you start here. You're right on time. Stick with me because in about 2 minutes, I'll show you the one thing that makes most people give up and how to avoid it entirely. Have you ever noticed there seems to be hundreds of different Bible translations? The NLT, the GNB, the KJV. Well, here's the deal. Hebrew, Greek, Aramaic, they aren't structured in the same way that English is. So different translators make different choices about word-for-word accuracy versus readability. Here's a quick guide. I say avoid the KJV for your only Bible. It's beautiful, but it's like Shakespeare meets legal jargon. Skip the Message for your only Bible. It's too paraphrased to stand alone. It's okay maybe for quick reading, dipping in and out, but not for your main Bible. Try the ESV if you want word-for-word accuracy, or the GNB for super easy reading, or the NIV for a nice balance of both. But here's the real rule. The best Bible is the one that you'll actually read. You do not have to read the Bible in a year. Some people thrive on those plans. Others, they feel like homework, right? I've tried them and some days they're fine. Other days, I was just skimming through just to tick the box or to catch up. Then feeling guilty I wasn't getting anything out of it. So here's the permission. If a plan works, great. If not, ditch it and read like you mean it. Mark it up, right? Highlight it, underline it, scribble in the margins. The words are holy, but the paper isn't. So don't feel guilty about marking up your Bible. Here's the trick. Use question marks for things you don't understand and hearts maybe or a star for verses that move you. That way you're building a visual map of your own faith journey. And always when you're reading, ask questions. Ask, who was this written to? When? Why? Like some of the laws in Leviticus sound bizarre until you realize they were for a nomadic desert people with no fridges trying to stay distinct from pagan neighbors. Let's be honest, some books are like a jungle. Beautiful, yes, but dense and tangled, and not where you start hiking if you've never been in the woods before. So here's your machete. If you're stuck in Leviticus or Numbers, skip it. Come back later when you've got your bearings. And please, don't just open the Bible at random and point to a verse. You wouldn't grab one sentence from Harry Potter, like one from The Prisoner of Azkaban and one from The Sorcerer's Stone, and expect to understand the story. And then there's the difficult and even troubling passages. Some will hit you in the gut. It's okay not to fix them straight away. Mark them, research later. Some questions you'll have to live with for a while, and that's not failure, that's growth. By the way, what's the hardest book of the Bible you've ever tried to read? Drop it in the comments. I want to see if we all get stuck in the same places. I'm betting we're going to hear a lot of Leviticus. 2 traps to avoid. First, the guilt trap. No need to feel guilty if you miss a day, a week, or even a month. Just pick it up again. Don't read because you should. Don't read fast just to say you read it cover to cover. and you're not failing if you don't get goosebumps every time. Second, the completion obsession. You don't have to finish it in a year, or even read it in order. It took me 2 years on my first read through, and that was with breaks, right? The goal isn't performance, it's connection, it's understanding. So here's my challenge. Pick one short book right now and start this week. James is just 5 chapters. Perfect for getting started. Comment below, which book are you going to read first? This week we were in the jungle. Next week we're going full archaeology mode. I'll show you how to dig into any passage like you're uncovering buried treasure. And in episode 4, we'll explore the modern tools that make the Bible study actually practical for real life. If this took the pressure off and gave you permission to enjoy the Bible, hit subscribe. We're building a community that takes faith seriously without taking ourselves too seriously. When we hit 1,000 subscribers, I'll host a live Q&A for your toughest Bible questions. Not going to have all the answers, but I'm not going to give you any bullshit. My name's Jacob, and this might be church.